What's going on, everyone? Today's October 23rd, Wednesday, and the World Series starts in 2 days. Yankees versus Dodgers. This thing is going to be epic. I mean, this is one for the ages, guys. One for the ages. Today's happens to be my birthday, and it's always a good thing when the Yankees are still playing on October 23rd. That means good things are happening. So today I want to jump in and let's talk about this matchup, man. Let's talk about the Yankees and the Dodgers, how they match up against each other. Let's talk about the narrative. The current narrative right now is that the Dodgers are the favorites. I mean, I don't know. It seems like this is what was being pushed out there. Everybody's saying that the Dodgers have a better bullpen, that the Dodgers have a better lineup, so on and so on. The one thing they do give to the Yankees is the Yankees starting rotation, and I agree with that. But we're going to jump into that, man. Let's look into it and see if that's factual or not, man, because honestly, I think that the Yankees have a better they have they have a better they better depth in a lot of areas that the Dodgers are not. I mean, let's start with the bullpen, man. Before we start getting into numbers and everything, look, the Dodgers bullpen is pretty good, right? But they got no lefties. The Yankees don't hit lefties very well. They got all righties. And then on top of that, everybody's like, look how good they did versus the Mets. Listen, man, the Yankees are not the Mets. All right. The Yankees lineup is a lot more dangerous, in my opinion. Um, and even against the Mets, the Mets left a ton of runners on base. So the bullpen, yeah, they'll put up some zeros, but I think the Yankees are going to put up way more runs than the Mets did. Way more runs. But all in all, man, I'll start by giving you my predictions. I got the Yankees in six. I got the Yankees in six. I don't think it goes to game seven. If it does, hey, so be it. That's even better. But I don't know. Something tells me it's going to be six games. 6 games. Either way, even if the Yankees lose, which I don't think is going to happen, the Dodgers win is going to be in six. If the Yankees win, it's going to be in six. We all want a game seven, but I don't know. My gut is telling me 6 games. All right, so let's talk about the bullpen, right? Yeah, the Dodgers have a great bullpen. They have a good bullpen, but they're easy to get to too. Don't get a mistake. If we get to those starting pitchers, who we got, Jack Flaherty pitching game one. If we get to him early, and they got to use that bullpen, then game two is going to be looking very sus for the Dodgers. And that's the thing, man. If you got a good bullpen, that's cool and all, but once you knock out that starting pitcher early, that bullpen's in trouble. You know, and the thing with the bullpen, right? All it takes is for one guy in that bullpen. Whatever your plan is, if they having a bullpen day, whatever, all it takes is one guy to not pitch well that day, and it throws everything out the window. All right, everything goes out the window, and now you have guys pitching a lot more than you would like them to, and that's not good for the Dodgers. So I mean, the same applies for the Yankees, I guess. But everything is going to boil down to our starting pitching. If our starting pitching could give us 6, hopefully 7 innings every game and give up less than 2, 3 runs, 3 runs max, 2 runs, excellent. You know, if we can do that, then I'm telling you, this series is going to be Yankees in 6. It's going to be Yankees in 6. That's my opinion. But it all depends on the starting pitching. We need Garrett Cole to come out game one and do his thing. I think the key games, right? The first key game, obviously every game is key. But the major game right now to me is game 3. And the reason why I say that is because game 4 is likely going to be a bullpen day for the Dodgers. So if we could get to the starting pitcher on game 3, which is probably I don't think they put it out yet, but it's going to be either Yamamoto, and I even doubt that. I think Yamamoto is going to be game 2. So it's going to be Buehler, who's been wishy-washy. You know, he had a good outing the last time, but he's not the same Buehler that he once was. If we could get to Buehler early and get to that bullpen and in game 3 early, make them tire out their bullpen, then we're in good shape. Hold on, somebody's ringing my doorbell. Let's see what this is. Then we'll be in good shape because that means that game 4, which is going to be the Dodgers bullpen day, is pretty much it's going to be a toss-up at that point because their bullpen is going to be tired. See, that's the good thing about having the 3 middle games at Yankee Stadium back to back to back, because it forces you to really use your bullpen correctly. So that's why I think it's going to happen. I think the game 3 at Yankee Stadium, that first game, Yankees are going to come out and they're going to rock this dude. They're going to rock him, and it's going to force Dave Roberts to go to his bullpen early, knowing that he has a bullpen day game 4, and he's going to have to he's going to have to throw his bullpen out there, and they're going to be tired, and we're going to be able to get to them. So I think we take the first 2 games at Yankee Stadium. Hopefully we can at least split at Dodger Stadium. And the Yankees will be in good shape, honestly. The Yankees will be in good shape. There's a lot of narrative, too, also about the lineups, right? Look, I want to start off with Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman was an MVP. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a great player. But he's not the same Freddie Freeman right now. Hopefully this week off does him some good and he can come back and actually be productive. But he was a non-factor in the NLCS. So I don't want to hear all this stuff. Oh, especially when people compare position by position and go to first base. And they're like, well, Freeman is better than Rizzo. And I'm like, that's probably the case if you're just looking at the names. If Freeman is hurt, this dude's playing with a fractured ankle. He is not the same. Have you seen some of the swings he was taking versus the Mets? They were terrible. That's why Dave Roberts had to bench him. He said it. He was like, man, I looked at some of his swings. It doesn't look good. And he had to go to the bench. So I think first base, I'd take Rizzo over Hurt Freeman any day. Excuse me. That's just me. Catcher, right? Will Smith versus Austin Wells. Will Smith. All right, so the catcher position is crazy because the catching position, you got to think about, let me put this away. You got to think about the defense, right? Defense plays a huge role. So, yeah, Austin Wells wasn't hitting great as of late, right? But his defense is outstanding. You know how many runs he saved on supposed to be wild pitches? Man, he's a great backstop. I'm telling you. So even though he's not hitting, he's saving runs. He's helping out just by picking them balls in the dirt. I take his defense over Will Smith, in my opinion, any day. And we know what he can do with the bat. Obviously, we know what Will Smith could do with the bat, but it's not like he's knocking the ball off. It's not like he's knocking the cover off the ball lately. So if we could get a little bit of offensive production from Austin Wells, then I think we have the upper hand at the catcher position. Yeah, Will Smith is a bigger name, of course, obviously. He's huge. And if he plays to that, he's huge. But I need Austin Wells to, he don't have to hit 4 home runs in the series or anything like that. We just need him to get some timely hitting. You know, you don't have to hit the ball out the park every time and do what he's been doing behind the plate, which is stopping pass balls and stopping wild pitches. And he's done an excellent job at that. So I'm taking Austin Wells. I might be biased because I'm a Yankees fan, but I'm going with Austin Wells. I think we have the advantage at the catcher position. So that gives us first base and catcher. And that's 2 positions right there. All right. Starting rotation is not even a question. We have way more depth in the starting rotation. We have way more depth. I mean, as long as Garrett Cole looks somewhat like Garrett Cole, but I need him to be lights out. But as long as he can give us 6-7 innings and hold them to under 3 runs, I like our odds. Same thing with Rodon. As long as he could give us 6, 6 is pushing it for Rodon, but I can see him at least giving us 5, 6, maybe 7 under 3 runs. I like that, to be honest. Clark Schmidt, same deal. 5, 6, 7 under 3 runs. Excellent. Luis Gil, same thing. Luis Gil is a little more I'm a little more on the fence about, but I think that last game versus the Guardians kind of got the nerves out of him. He got the taste of how it feels to pitch in a big game, and I think he'll do better, honestly. Obviously, the Dodgers lineup they're no joke, man. They're good, but we're good too. Remember that, we're good too. So the rotation, obviously Yankees, hands down. The bullpen, even the bullpen, dude, with Nestor coming back, right? I'm not sure if I'm not 100. Let me know in the comments if it's been announced that he's coming back or not. But I think he is. With Nestor back and probably most likely in the bullpen, I think that puts our bullpen up there. And the way they perform versus the Guardians, obviously the Guardians lineup is not the Dodgers lineup, but the Guardians are good too. They're really good, man, and they were fighting. I like the way Jake Cousins looked, honestly. His fastball is excellent. If he could, as long as he has command and his sliders is nasty, dude. I mean, he can really, really, really help us out. Tim Hill is Tim Hill, man. He's a freaking warrior, man. This dude is out there letting it all out on the field, man. So I like Tim Hill. I like our chances, man. I like our lefties matchups against Ohtani. I mean, obviously it's Ohtani. Ohtani's gonna do Ohtani things. But I think we have some good lefties to go up against them. And I think Aaron Boone is gonna manage the bullpen well. The only person I'm not sure about, the whole thing with Mark Leiter Jr. I mean, this is a see. I'm trying to understand why Stroman didn't play, right? And I get it that he does not throw as hard, and he basically, if his command is off a little bit, he's not gonna do well, and he doesn't match up well against lefties as much. But if it's about just velocity, if it's about velo, then Mark Leiter Jr. doesn't throw as hard either. I don't know, man. That's just my thoughts, man. I wanted to see Stroman play. I want to see him on the World Series roster, obviously. But if they're not planning on putting him to pitch, then he has no business being on the roster. So, but I think he deserves it, man. I think he deserves at least to come out early in the game or something, get a few outs just to make him feel good, man. And I think he could be productive, honestly, because he got that dog in him. He has that fight in him. I think he could be productive. All right, let's move to the outfield, right? Or before we even go to the outfield, let's go to DH, right? Giancarlo Stanton versus Shohei Ohtani. I know this is gonna sound crazy, man, but if Giancarlo is playing like Giancarlo played so far in this postseason, especially against the Guardians, then I'm taking him over Ohtani. Obviously, Ohtani's great, man. Ohtani's freaking outstanding. This dude's a unicorn, but Giancarlo Stanton, when he's on fire, dude, you can't pitch to this guy. If you leave anything in the zone, he's hitting it hard. So I don't know. That's a tough one, man. But if Giancarlo plays like Giancarlo can, like he did versus the Guardians, then obviously you taking Giancarlo Stanton. Yeah, Ohtani had great numbers with runners in scoring position. When runners are on, for some reason, he comes through. But again, like I said, this is a whole nother series. We are not the Mets. People keep saying what he did in the NLCS, what this person did, and then we are not the Mets. And granted, the Dodgers are not Cleveland, but Cleveland supposedly had a better bullpen than the Dodgers, and we matched up well with them. So what makes you think we can't hit the Dodgers just as well? Right? If I'm crazy, let me know. Please let me know. Because I keep hearing the same thing over and over. It was like, the Dodgers bullpen, the Dodgers bullpen, the Dodgers bullpen, the Dodgers bullpen. And I'm like, dude, they said the same thing about the Cleveland's bullpen. Cleveland's bullpen, Cleveland's bullpen. The Yankees can't match up with Cleveland's bullpen. And look what we did to them. So I think our lineup will be fine. So DH, it could go either way. It depends on Giancarlo Stanton because Ohtani's going to do what Ohtani does. That's a given, and we just got to mitigate that just a little bit. We just can't let him go crazy. That's the only thing. We can't let him get no big home runs. He's going to get his hits. He's going to get his walks. He's going to get some stolen bases. That's okay. We just can't let him beat us. If we don't let him beat us, that's fine. If Kike Hernandez beats us, I'm okay with that. Well, nah, I'm not okay with that, to be honest, man, now that I think about it. But we can't let Shohei beat us. Simple as that, So, you're going to see a lot of pitching around him, honestly, to get to Mookie Betts. And And even Mookie Betts, man, it just can't be Shohei, honestly. It just can't be Shohei. We have to not let him beat us. Okay? Kike Hernandez is playing way above his head right now. Let's be honest, okay? People are like, oh, he's the Giancarlo of the Dodgers in the postseason. No, he's not. Okay? He's a good player. He's great. He's clutch. But I think, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think he's going to come back down to earth. He's going to come back down to earth. Tommy Edman, great player. He's playing way above his head, too. He's a good player, though. Like, they could all do damage. But if the Yankees pitch the way they're supposed to pitch, then I don't see how people have the Dodgers favored. Honestly, to me, is almost neck and neck, and I have the Yankees slightly favored more. Another thing, right? Before we go into the other positions, the Dodgers versus Mets series, all those games are blowouts. All of them. There was no game where it was real intense pressure, neck and neck, game on the line type at bats. So I don't think they felt that real heat yet, you know? And we were saying the same thing about the Yankees after the Kansas City Royals series. We were like, well, the Yankees haven't really felt any real heat, any game defining moments, you know? And we had the test versus the Guardians, and you know, we passed with the exception of Game 3. The Yankees stepped up to every challenge. A lot of that had to do with Soto and Stanton, but man, I mean, I don't think the Dodgers have yet to have any games like that. Not even versus the Padres. No one like at the level that the Guardians versus the Yankees was. That was like top-notch stuff. So I think they're not, how do I say this? They're not battle tested yet, in my opinion. And look, again, I'm a Yankees fan, so I may be a little biased. I don't think they're battle tested yet like that. So, I mean, there it is. Left field, you got Teoscar Hernandez versus Alex Verdugo. And, look, Doogie has to step up. We know that. As far as defense goes, they both have good defense, but I'm going to take Doogie over Teoscar. And Teoscar, the last time we played them in Yankee Stadium, he went off. But we're gonna talk about what have you done what have you done lately, right? So in the NLCS, he didn't do spectacular. Honestly, he really didn't do much. I'm gonna go pull up the stats right now, just to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass. Okay, postseason. League championship. Well, let's share this real quick. Okay. All right. So, Teoscar Hernandez in the NLCS. Where is he? Okay, he had 22 at-bats. Scored 4 runs, 2 hits, and 22 at-bats, guys. He batted .0091. Okay, on-base percentage, 300. Slugging percentage, 0.91. OPS, 391. All right? Look, he could go off. He might go off. Who knows, right? But I'm just saying lately, I keep hearing his name, too. Lately, he didn't do much. He didn't do much in the NLCS. So, he struck out 9 times in 22 at-bats. That's not too great. Freddie Freeman, .167 average, on base percentage 211, 18 at-bats, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts. Look, Freddie Freeman is not Freddie Freeman right now, okay? I don't want to hear that. I was watching some guy on YouTube, and he was like, Freddie Freeman over Giancarlo Stanton. I was like, what are you talking about, dude? Freddie Freeman is not Freddie Freeman. Now, look, that's not to say that he this week off, he doesn't heal up. But I don't see him coming and going crazy, man. The way he looked in the NLCS, he could barely move. The dude could barely move. Every time he swung the bat, you can see that something is wrong. I don't think 5 days, 6 days, whatever it is gonna change much for him. So, like I said, man, and I'm not saying the Yankees. Look, we got our problems too, but that's a big one. Rizzo's hurt too, but it's his hand. He's still swinging the bat great. He's swinging great right now. So let's look at. Hold on, I had this thing all wrong. My bad, guys. Let's go over here. Okay, now let's take a look at. All right, Will Smith, because we're talking about Will Smith and Austin Wells, right? Austin Wells, obviously, he didn't do too great. But check this out, right? In the NLCS, Will Smith batted 22 times, had 4 hits. Yeah, he had that 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Okay. He batted 182, on base percentage 280, slugging percentage 318. So that's why I'm saying, like, him and Wells, I think Wells probably did a little worse than that, but him and Wells are almost exactly the same, except that Wells, in my opinion, plays better behind the plate. He blocks the ball better. He saved us many times in that Guardians series. And then you got Andy Paja. Andy Paja went off, man. The dude went off. He had that 2 home run game versus the Mets. But even him, he batted 235. Shohei, 364. Obviously, look, Max Muncy went off. He's dangerous. We got to watch him, too. He's a tough lefty. Gavin Lux, he ain't do crap. All right. What else we got here? Will Smith, Enrique Hernandez. Obviously, he went off, man. He went off, and that's Kike Hernandez, for those of you that don't know. But let's look at the Yankees, right? Let's look at the Yankees real quick. Okay. Stanton, obviously, look. Yeah, the average isn't too great. He batted 222, but he had 4 big-time home runs. Big-time home runs. Juan Soto, 3 big-time home runs, 19 at-bats, 7 hits. He batted 368. Aaron Judge, we need Aaron Judge to be Aaron Judge. We need Aaron Judge to be Aaron Judge. Let's go, Aaron Judge. You can't be batting 167 in the World Series. That ain't going to cut it, brother. We need more from you. Austin Wells, man, he batted 0.59. His batting average is 0.59. It's crazy. 17 at-bats, 1 hit. But that 1 hit was a home run. Struck out 9 times, so he's got to do better. But even then, I like him better because, his numbers, his offensive numbers are terrible. But defensively, man, he saved a lot of runs for us. He saved a lot of runs. So, the numbers don't really tell the whole story. Oswaldo Cabrera only got 1 at-bat. I don't know. I feel like Oswaldo is we're going to see him more, especially if Jazz keeps batting like he is. Jazz Chisholm needs to do a little bit better than that. If Jazz Chisholm keeps playing like that, at some point, Boone is going to have to make a tough decision, man. All right, so Alex, Jazz Chisholm, and Austin Wells. Those are the 3 bats that really... And Judge, too. Look, Judge is not exempt. Judge, too. Those 4 bats need to do a little better. But I like our odds against the... I like our odds against the Dodgers, to be honest. When you look at the numbers, they're not... it's almost evenly matched when you think about it. But I think that the Dodgers relying very heavily on their bullpen. They're relying a lot on their bullpen. If we can get to the starters early and get to that bullpen, they're going to get worn out. They're going to be tired. And I think that's going to decide the series right there. That's going to decide the series. So let me know in the comments. What do you think, man? You think Judge is going to step up? Is Judge going to be Judge? We need. I mean, look, he had that big home run versus Class A, but we need him to really, 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 really do his thing. He's gotta step up big time, and in a big way. Especially this is the biggest stage, man. This could determine his legacy. Honestly, obviously, you can't take away all the home runs and the great numbers he had in the regular season, but this will affect his legacy somewhat. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer, obviously, but if he can show up, win or lose, win or lose, if Aaron Judge shows up and is Aaron Judge hits like he's supposed to, like we expect him to, I'm telling you, he'll be in Monument Park, man. We'll never forget it. Honestly, as Yankee fans, me personally, I'm 40 years old. I've been a Yankee fan my whole life. I watched all the dynasties. Look, even Derek Jeter, right? Look, I'm wearing a shirt. Derek Jeter, the reason why he was so great is because he came through when you needed him to. He was clutch, man. He came through when the lights was the brightest on the big stage. He came through. He was never the best shortstop. He was never the best fielding shortstop. I mean, he's never the best hitter. He was a great hitter, in my opinion. But what made Jeter great is that this dude showed up in October as Mr. November. He showed up, and people remember that. There's a reason why they say, look, if you do good in the postseason, it'll erase everything you did in the. If you did terrible in the regular season, but show up in the postseason, you're forgiven. All your mistakes from the regular season are forgiven. Look at Glaber, right? Glaber is having an outstanding postseason. This dude is, I mean, he's exceeded every expectation that I have for him. He's playing phenomenally, man, in the leadoff position. He got on base. He's got every first inning pretty much of the whole series, the whole ALCS. He got on every first inning, and that sets the tone for Juan Soto behind him. And then a bunch of times Judge didn't follow up on that, but that's neither here nor there. I think the Judge will show up. I think he's going to have a big series. I think Stanton is going to be Stanton. He's going to run into a couple. That's guaranteed. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's going to fall down to we're going to need a Jazz Chisholm, Verdugo, Wells. We're going to need a little more offensive production from them, just a little more. And we're going to need our starting pitching to do their thing. You know, it's put up or shut up now. Garrett Cole, I know he had a bad outing versus the Guardians. He needs to really, really show up too, especially in game one. We gotta show them that, you know, that this is it. Like, there were no pushover. We're not the Mets. We're not the Padres. It's the New York Yankees, and we want to win, right? We're not just going to give it up. They're going to have to take it from us. So that's my biggest thing. Obviously, the Dodgers have a great team. We all know that. They spent $1 billion. I mean, and that's the crazy thing, that they don't even have all their pitchers. You got Glasnow is hurt. They got so many pitchers hurt right now that it's crazy, man. And they're still in the World Series. But I think, honestly, look, to me, the Yankees have the edge. All right. I don't know. Everybody's saying that they have the edge. They're relying on their bullpen. Bro, they got no lefties, man. They only have 3 starters, and all 3 of them are questionable. All 3 of them are highly questionable. All 3 of them have pitched kind of good lately, but then they had some terrible outings too. So that's crazy. All 3 of them are coming off injuries, like not that long ago. Yeah, Yamamoto pitched good, but he's just coming off an injury too not too long ago. And I think we could get to him, man. I really think, look, here's what you don't understand, guys. All right. I was watching this thing with Ryan Howard, right? Was it Ryan Howard? I'm trying to think who said it. No. Joey Votto. Joey Votto said, right, that when you're in Yankee Stadium, that he remembers being in Yankee Stadium in the outfield, and they were leading. This is when he was with the Cardinals or was it the Reds? I don't remember. And he said they were leading, and he could feel the energy in the crowd. And he was like, it's kind of weird, right? Look, and I'm not superstitious, but he said he could feel the energy in the crowd, and it's almost like the ghost. Like he could feel it, like they were gonna take the game from him, you know, like they were gonna take the lead from him just by the energy of the stadium. And sure enough, the Yankees came back and they won it. And Yankee Stadium has that vibe, dude. I'm telling you, it has that vibe, man. I was in the ALCS, right, versus the Astros. It was 2019, right, when Aaron Hicks hit the 3-run home run in the bottom of the first, I think, or was it the second? Can't remember. When Justin Verlander was pitching, right? And I remember that day. I went with my kids. It's crazy because at first, you know, they jumped, they took the lead early from us, and everybody in the stadium. Everybody in the stadium was like, you could feel it like all down. But for some reason, when the Yankees started batting, we got first and second, right? And Aaron Hicks came to plate. I don't know why. This is Aaron Hicks. You could feel the energy, and I felt it, dude. Like I knew that something big was going to happen right now. And sure enough, he hit a freaking 3-run bomb down the line, and all hell broke loose. Even though we ended up losing that series, but Yankee Stadium has a different kind of vibe to it. I'm telling you, it has a different vibe to it. I've been to a couple stadiums in my lifetime. I've never been to Dodger Stadium, but you know, obviously I've been to Minute Maid Park. I've been to the Ranger Stadium, whatever they call it, the new one here. I went to Shea Stadium, freaking Citi Field. I've been to the Kansas City Royals Stadium before, and obviously the old Yankee Stadium, this Yankee Stadium. And Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium, you felt it even more. But even in the new one, especially in a postseason environment, it feels different. I'm telling you, I know the players feel it. I know they feel it down there. It's a different kind of vibe, man. I'm telling you, it's a different kind of vibe. So that's what I think, man. Let me get to some of these comments. My boy Chris the Flash was good, my guy. Speaking nothing but facts. Clayton Kershaw hurt too. Yeah, man, it's crazy that they got all these pitchers hurt. I bet, man, I'm telling you right now that Jack Flaherty, that trade came up big. If not, they'd have 2 starters right now. And even the starters they got right now, I think we could get to them. That's why I said if we get to their pitching early, knock their starters out early, and make them use that bullpen. Run that bullpen to the ground, bro. I'm telling you, the Yankees are going to be on top. I don't care how good the bullpen is. They not that good. Let's be serious. They good. They ain't that good. All right? We ain't the Mets. We ain't the Padres. This is the New York freaking Yankees, dude. We got some heavy hitters in there with one swing. And the Yankees are going to make them throw pitches. We make the pitchers throw pitches. We're going to work that pitch count. We're going to work it. And I think good things are going to happen. Good things are going to happen for the Yankees. So let me know in the comments what you got. You got the Yankees taking it? Who you got? The Dodgers, Yankees? How many games? Who you think will be the MVP? Who you think is going to be who's the X factor? Who's the X factor for both teams? All right. I think that for me, I gotta go with the captain. Aaron Judge is our X factor. We need him. We need him to come up. I think he sets the tone, man. Obviously, we like versus the Guardians and the Royals, he really didn't step up the way we wanted him to, and we still prevailed, right? But for some reason, when Judge is Judge, man, it's like the whole team feels like he's the leader, and if he sets the example, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna trickle down, man. It's gonna trickle down. It's going to trickle down. And like, they're going to have to pitch to Soto. If Giancarlo hits the way he hits, they're going to have to pitch to Judge. Because Giancarlo is going to be right behind Judge. You know, so everybody needs to step up a little bit. We can't have no sure outs. And I don't think there's nobody on that pitching staff, to be honest, man. Yes, I mean, they have good pitchers, but there's nobody there that really scares me. There's nobody there. The one thing that scares me about the Yankees is if we beat ourselves. That's the only thing. That's the only way I see us losing is if we beat ourselves. Like dumb mistakes here, or if Cole's not Cole. But if the Yankees play to their baseball card, if everybody on that roster plays to their baseball card, I think we have the better team. I think we have the better team. But that's my opinion. You know, I don't know where everybody. I mean, I know. I feel like It's funny because, and I'm talking to you Met fans now, right? I feel like people hate the Yankees so much. Not everybody. People hate the Yankees so much. They want them to lose so bad. Dude, we haven't even made it in 15 years. They're like, oh, they bought the chairman. The Mets, right? They just lost to the Dodgers. And they're going for the Dodgers to beat the Yankees. They're going for the team that knocked them out instead of going for their New York counterparts, because when the Mets is in and the Yankees are not, I go for the Mets because we New York. But they're going for the Dodgers, most of them, to beat the Yankees. It's like, man, y'all really got some real hatred in your blood, man. Same thing with Padres fans, man. I have a buddy, he's a Padre fan. And he's like, I hope the Yankees lose. And I'm like, why, dude? Didn't y'all lose to the Dodgers? Don't you want the Yankees to beat the team that y'all lost to? He was like, nah, because of Juan Soto. I'm like, what? Because he made it to the World Series with the Yankees and not the Padres? You want the Yankees to, like, it don't make no sense, man. Sometimes I tell you, man, the Yankees are really, really hated by a lot of people. Let's go to some of these comments here, man. Jose was good, brother. Jose, it's going to be tough. I'm a Yankees fan, but I say this. The Yankees cannot pull what they did with the Cleveland Guardians. If the Yankees are down, there's no way that they can come back. I mean, look, I don't. Why you say that though? I gotta ask you. Why do you say that? Do you think that the Dodgers bullpen is better than the Cleveland Guardians bullpen? Is that why? Because honestly, man, we came back in every game versus the best bullpen in the major leagues. So I really don't understand what you're saying, man. Obviously the Dodgers are a better team, right? The Dodgers are a better team than the Guardians, but the Guardians are no pushover either. And their bullpen, man, I'm telling you, when you knock the best closer in the game, the best reliever in the game, 2 days in a row, come on, man. You're gonna have to show my Yankees a little more respect, bro. For real. All right, let's go to Ali. Hey, bro, what's up? I'm a big Yankees fan. I think Soto's gonna have another big game in the World Series. Man, I think he's gonna have a whole big series. Not even one game, man. I think, man, look, Juan Soto's built differently. I'm telling you right now, that dude, if you go back to that at-bat, that final at-bat, he's different, bro. He's different. I was telling my son, because my son plays baseball in his little league in 13U, whatever. And I told him, look at that. I was telling him, you see how he's batting? That's how you got to be. That dude's a monster. The whole time he's talking to himself. He tricked the pitcher into giving him the pitch that he wanted the whole time. But he was really behind on that. He was just trying to survive. He's fouling stuff off. The pitcher had him, but he tricked him by looking at him like, yeah, I got him. He made him throw the fastball, thinking that his breaking stuff, that Juan Soto was on the breaking stuff when he wasn't, though. He wasn't on the breaking stuff. That's why he kept fouling it off. He was waiting for that fastball. And the pitcher got scared, thinking like, damn, he's on it. I need to throw something different. Wrong. Juan Soto put him deep. That's I'm telling you right now, that's one of the best at-bats I've ever seen. Ever. Go back and watch. If you haven't, go back and watch that at-bat. It's one of the best at-bats ever, man. If you see him, just slow it down and watch him talking to himself and looking at the pitcher like, yeah, boy. Yeah, man, I love it, dude. It's crazy. But yeah, I appreciate it, Ali, man. Thank you for the comment. Let's go back to Jose. Jose, for us to beat the Dodgers, just needs to step up. You cannot always count on Stanton and Soto. I mean, you're right. We can't always count on them. We need Judge to step up. And I think he will. Honestly, I think he will. I'm not a fan of the week off, right? We had a whole week pretty much until the World Series. I'm not a fan of that, man. If you ever play baseball, it's like that time off sometimes hurts. It could hurt you before, you want to see pitching. I'm sure they're doing live at bats and stuff like that, but I don't know. I felt like Judge was getting back in the groove, you know? I feel like he was getting it, he was clicking. But now you have all this time off, so I'm not sure what to expect, man, to be honest. Stanton was on fire. I hope he didn't cool off in the week off. Oh, all right. Chris the Flash, these first two games are key, no lie. The X factor to me will be either Judge or Jazz. Yeah, man. I think Judge got to be Judge. He got to be Judge, man. And Jazz Chisholm needs to step up too, man, because he's so electric on the bases, man. I'm not saying he got to be hitting home runs left and right. We need him to get some hits, get on base, man, because when he's on base, he's a threat. He's a threat. Every time he's on base, he can make something happen. Obviously, we don't want him to go crazy and make mistakes on the base path, but he can make it happen. When he's on base, he could take second, and all of a sudden you got to run in scoring position. And yeah, he's a big key. He's a big key, to be honest. We can't have those empty outs, man. Like some of those swings he took in the ALCS, man, he looked lost. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, he looked completely lost. He did have that good hit versus Emmanuel Clase, but in my mind, I think he was just sitting fastball. That's it. And he caught up to one. So he got to do better. Jose. The Dodgers offense, that's why I say that. Yeah, I got you, brother, but the Yankees offense is no pushover either. They're no pushover either. I just went through, look, let's go. I went through the numbers, man, of the NLCS. Don't look at the names, right? So Freddie Freeman is not Freddie. To me, Freddie Freeman, he don't even count right now. I mean, I could be wrong. He might show up and be Freddie Freeman of old, but from what I saw in the NLCS, that dude is hurt and he's struggling. He should not be on the baseball field, and I think Dave Roberts realized that, and that's why he benched him, because he looked terrible out there, man. The dude got a fractured ankle. I mean, even when he gets a hit, what are you gonna do? He can't run. When he gets a hit, he's just there. And then what do you do? Pull him out the game, pinch run him? So that's gonna be interesting to see what they do with that. Honestly, Kike Hernandez, obviously he had a great series and he's been coming up clutch, but I mean, come on, man. We're talking about Kike Hernandez, man. He's good, but he ain't. I think he's coming back down to earth. Man. He's playing way above his head. Tommy Edmonds, a great player too, but he's no. I think look, both teams match up. Both teams got great offenses. I mean, it's gonna be who decides to show up, I guess. All right, let's go to Chris. Also, Judge and Jazz hit great at Dodger Stadium. I don't know about Jazz, man, but I think you know why I heard that too. They did say he hits great, man. I'll tell you what, man. Judge hits great at Dodger Stadium. Stanton too, man. Stanton hits great over there. I don't want to see Judge. I mean, obviously we're gonna play there, but after he hurt his toe over there on that stupid wall, I don't want to see him running into anything, man. I'm almost at this point. I'm ready to put him at DH. Put Trent Grisham out there. Nah, I'm joking, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Last time Judge was out there, he shut him down too, but he hurt his toe and that killed the season right there. And let's go. Yankees might have the advantage to beat the Dodgers because that's Judge and Stanton hometown. Yeah, Stanton, man, I'm telling you, man. I don't know if you remember the All-Star game when it was in L.A. When was it? 2 years ago? Man, he hit a bomb, dude. That thing almost went out the stadium. So, I mean, we'll see. We will see, honestly. We will see. I think, man, to me, yeah, I think certain players hit better in certain places. I think Dodger Stadium's a great stadium because the weather's always the same in L.A. You know the weather's going to be nice. You're not going to have too much wind or anything like that. So it's always even, and I think hitters like that, The backstop, I mean, the batter's eye on Dodger Stadium, I think is pretty good. Yankee Stadium's a little different. Yankee Stadium, you got different dimensions. That's another thing too. Dodger Stadium is pretty even. Like right field dimensions and left field dimensions is all the same, all the way around. So I think hitters like stuff like that. Yankee Stadium's a little different. Yankee Stadium, you got the elements involved. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be windy. So we'll see. Let's go to Jose again. Yeah, I appreciate all the comments too, by the way, man. Thank you guys. They both from LA. Wait, hold on. Who's both from LA? Judge is not from Los Angeles, man. He's from California, but he's not from LA. I'm like 99% sure. I know Stanton's from LA, but Judge is not from LA. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, but I think he's from the Bay Area somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Jazz batting over 300 in the series or at Dodger Stadium lifetime. We got BB. Let's go Dodgers. Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be a great series. Let's see. Let's go Yankees, man. It's crazy, man. You know what's funny that in the beginning of the year, right? You know who called it, man? Alex Rodriguez called it. In the beginning, he said it's gonna be the Yankees versus the Dodgers in the end. And if you would have told me before the season started, the way the Dodgers was looking, that it would be the Yankees and the Dodgers. Honestly, I wouldn't think that the Yankees matched up. And we're going to find out, but I think the Yankees match up really good with the Dodgers. And I know everybody has the Dodgers with the Dodgers are the favorite. I think it's more even than people think. Dodger Stadium lifetime. Hell yeah. So Jazz is batting over 300 in Dodger Stadium lifetime. I mean, that's great and all, man, but honestly, I got to see it, man, because this is going to be a new series. It's going to be a new series. Everything, man, look, the World Series is different, dude. It's different, man. It's very different, man. So whatever you did before, maybe that comes into play, but the World Series is different. I'm telling you. It's a little more pressure, a little more heat, man. When was the last time they faced each other in the World Series? What was it? Is it 81? Yeah, I'll look it up. Let me look it up. Last time. 1981, yeah. And the Dodgers won that series 4-2. Yep. So 1981, Dodgers won the series 4-2. Isn't California the city of Los Angeles? I mean, I guess depending who you talk to, right? No, man, California is huge, dude. I mean, it's not the largest state. I believe Texas is bigger than California, but California is pretty big, man. It's pretty big. It's pretty much the whole West Coast. From Mexico all the way up, all the way up to Washington, and I think you got Oregon up there, but so yeah, Jose said it's in California, the city of Los Angeles. Nah, it's not, man. BB, Dodgers pitching scares me. Our bullpen only has a few good pitchers. And that's the thing that I'm talking about, BB, man, that, I mean, the pitching, you got a deep bullpen, right? But them guys, man, I don't think there's anybody in there that really blows it away like that, man. Honestly, I think Cleveland had a better bullpen than the Dodgers, and the Yankees, we handled them. Your starting rotation, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, if the Yankees knock your starters out early, you're in trouble. Excuse me. If we can knock out your starters early, your bullpen's in trouble, dude. Especially in Game 3, because Game 3, 4, 5 is going to be back-to-back, I believe, at Yankee Stadium. So if Game 3, if we can knock out whoever it is, I think it's going to be Buehler or Yamamoto, we can knock them out early and make you go to your bullpen, and then Game 4 will most likely be a bullpen day, you're in trouble. But I want to ask you guys, what do you think is the likelihood that we'll see Ohtani pitching this series? Coke scares anyone else? Oh, I was like, Coke, man. Coke scares me too, man. I don't like Coke. All right, he meant Cole. Cole scares me. Anyone else? I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm a Yankee fan. Cole scares me because if he doesn't pitch the way we need him to pitch, man, we in trouble, dude. So, yeah, Cole. But if Cole comes out and he's Cy Young Garrett Cole, oh man, I don't care who you got out there. He's as good as it gets, man. All right. Ali, what's up, brother? He says, remember Cleveland has a good bullpen and the Yankees still got their bullpen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Cleveland, honestly, Cleveland had the best bullpen, supposedly, and we took care of them. So I like the jersey, man, the 45. Who was 45, man? Besides Garrett Cole. I remember Cecil Fielder, right? Was Cecil Fielder 45? I think Cecil was 45. I'm old school like that, man. I remember Cecil Fielder. But yeah, the bullpen, I think the bullpen is going to be key for both teams. But I think that with Nestor coming back, that helps us a lot. And I mean, it depends. Honestly, I think the Dodgers are more reliant on the bullpen because they're going to have a bullpen day. So they're going to have a starter out there at some point, and they're going to pitch a whole game with using nothing but bullpen pitchers. And that could hurt them. So that's why I say if we get to the starting pitchers early and force them to use the bullpen, we want to wear that bullpen down, dude. We want them dudes freaking arms hurting by game 3. So that's gonna and the Yankees are the team to do it because we wear pitchers down. We take a lot of pitches. We work that pitch count. So I think the Yankees are in better shape than people think when it comes to bullpens. All right. Otani versus Judge, baby. This is gonna be so fire. Honestly, man, this is it's gonna be epic. But look, they gotta live up to it, man. Hopefully they live up to it. Hopefully, man, we see some fireworks. Honestly, this is the legacy, man. Whoever wins this right here is the face of baseball. I don't care what you say. Whoever wins this, man, is gotta be the face of baseball. They got to be. You know, Otani's great. He's great, man, and I know people give him a lot of crap because he was all DH the whole year, and like the only reason why he did so good because he's DH. Look, Otani's good even when he's pitching, dude. They could put. I'm sure he could play outfield or something. They just don't. Otani is special, man. But Judge, honestly, in my opinion, Judge is the better hitter. He's a better hitter. The only reason why they put Otani above Judge is because he can pitch. That's all. If Judge had a freaking slider or split fifth finger fastball, he was good, then Judge would be better than him. Anyway, let's move on. Ali got the Yankees in 7. He thinks it's going to go down to do or die game, but the Yankees are going to win it in 7. Man, dude, I tell you right now, this is why I got him. I got it in 6. Whoever wins is going to win in 6. But a game 7, oh man, I promise you, a game 7, you'll see everybody. I'm talking about everybody's on deck, everybody's pitching. A game 7, late game 7, ninth inning or something. I think you could see Otani. You could see Otani even pitching, because at that point it's all hands on deck. There is no tomorrow at that point, you know. So I think, man, I think both teams will literally just go all in. That'd be great, man. That'd be great for baseball. Honestly, look, like real quick, I want to talk about the sport of baseball, man. Baseball's back. I'm telling you, dude. Baseball's back. I see people that don't even follow baseball, never really, and they're asking, man, people are excited about this. I'm telling you, man, even people that don't watch baseball, they're tuning in and they're like, man, this is pretty exciting right here. So, I mean, that's good for the sport. Let's go BB straight up. I agree. Dodgers in 4. Dude, don't say that, man. Come on, man. Have some respect, bro. Dodgers in 4. If that happened, dude, I'll tell you right now, man. Like, whew, that'd be bad, man. Dodgers in 4. I don't think nobody wants that. I don't even think Dodgers fans want that. Like, be serious. You really want a 4-game series? Like everybody expecting this thing to go to Game 7. Major League Baseball definitely doesn't want Dodgers in 4. They definitely don't want that. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in, BB, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Salute to you too. And may the best team win. But it's definitely not gonna be Dodgers in 4. So I think you're crazy, brother. Have a good one. How long I've been on this thing? We've been on this thing for quite a while. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys joining me. I'm curious, especially with the Dodgers fans, like, cause I don't speak to many Dodgers fans on a daily basis. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you guys are out there, man, let me know what you think. From what I gather, right, from the Twitter world and YouTube and stuff, I mean, I feel like you guys are getting a little cocky, a little overconfident. I feel like baseball in general, I feel like Major League Baseball wants the Dodgers to win just because Otani, to be honest, they want the Dodgers to win. But I really think that it's almost even, both teams. It's almost even. Like no team has the advantage over the other one. That's why I think it's going to be a great series. You know, I don't believe the narratives and about the bullpen. The Dodgers bullpen is better than this and that. No, man. I think it's gonna come down to who wants it more, who comes and shows up to play, man. And I think, man, after that Guardian series, I think the Yankees got the edge. The Yankees got more gall in them right now. They're more fire. There's more fire in them, dude. In my opinion, man. And hopefully that fire's still burning. But all right, guys, man, I appreciate you joining me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Next time, also, I forgot to say it, but in the comments section, next time I go live, man, you can join the stream, whoever you are. It doesn't matter. You don't have to show your face. Just speak your voice. And that'd be dope, too, to have somebody to talk to. But anyways, your boy Jason, and I'm gonna log out right now. And I'll see you guys next time.